If you lived in a medieval town, well, wood was everywhere. Homes, bridges, carts, doors, roofs, tools, and even entire city defences all depended on timber. Yet medieval builders faced relentless enemies that honestly modern people tend to underestimate: rot, insects, moisture, and fire. The method centred on pine tar, sometimes called Stockholm tar, which was produced by slow-burning pine roots and resin-rich wood in low oxygen pits. This was not casual campfire tar, mind you. It was a controlled process that created a thick, antiseptic, water-repelling substance, just loaded with natural phenols and resins. Medieval builders discovered that when heated and brushed into dry timber, pine tar soaked deep into the wood fibres, sealing them from moisture and starving insects of oxygen. Unlike surface oils or waxes, pine tar chemically bonded with the wood. It remained flexible in cold weather, resisted salt water, and repelled fungi. Viking ships used it extensively, medieval roof beams were saturated with it, and city gates treated with tar routinely outlasted untreated replacements by generations. Archaeologists examining medieval harbour pilings in Scandinavia and the Baltic have found tar-treated timbers still structurally sound after centuries underwater. Why cities eventually banned the treatment despite its unmatched effectiveness? The ban didn't come because the treatment was dangerous to wood. It came because it was dangerous to cities. Tar-treated timber burns hotter and longer once ignited. Medieval cities were already fire traps, packed with wooden buildings, open hearths, and narrow streets. When tar-coated beams caught fire, they behaved more like fuel than structure. Flames spread faster, collapsed slower, and were nearly impossible to extinguish with medieval firefighting tools. Several major urban fires were traced back to tar-treated roof timbers and exterior beams. City councils began issuing regulations limiting or outright banning the use of pitch and tar on visible structures within city walls. Some guilds were fined heavily for continuing to use it, while rural builders were often exempt. Ironically, churches, ships, and defensive structures outside dense urban cores continued using the method for centuries longer. So, why does modern science, quietly confirm that those medieval builders were absolutely right? Laboratory testing shows that pine tar contains natural antifungal and antibacterial compounds, exactly the sort of thing modern preservatives try to replicate, but synthetically. It repels water while still letting wood breathe, and that prevents internal rot. Unlike modern pressure-treated lumber, pine tar-treated wood doesn't crystallize or crack as the years go by. Its flexibility, you see, is precisely why tar-treated wood survives freeze-thaw cycles better than a lot of modern coatings. But the reason modern construction abandoned it wasn't about performance at all. It was really about speed, uniformity, and, insurance regulation. Now, how can this nearly forgotten technique still be used safely today? While slathering tar on urban homes is honestly still a bit impractical, the method is highly relevant for rural structures, off-grid buildings, fencing, sheds, barns, boats, and survival infrastructure. Pine tar is still produced today for equestrian use, boat maintenance, and traditional woodworking.